Right, counterpunch boxing. Okay, check it out, guys. I guarantee you this will be the most in-depth, best breakdown of the Pacquiao Jeff Horn fight. Robbery. We're gonna call it what it is because I guess a lot of the media, last night everybody was afraid to call it what it was. A robbery, corruption. Okay, we're going to get into it. I'm not going to leave any stone unturned. We're going to talk about the scorecards. We're going to talk about the corruption. We're going to talk about the punch stats. We're going to get into everything. Okay, and look, usually, I've gotten pretty good at making videos. I can just kind of crank them out, boom, 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 one after the other. But I'm going to take my time on this today and make sure we go over everything. So look, let's start with the scoring. By the way, watch it in landscape mode. Hit the zoom button there on YouTube. I make all of my videos to be full screen, so nothing but the best for you guys. All right. So, look, okay. By the way, I'll put a link in the description box below on the accurate way, okay, the right way to actually score a fight. Not, some of you guys may really want to know. In this particular fight, okay, they use the 10-point must system. Okay, what is that? Let me just give you a quick example. And this is whenever people ask me, well, what do you mean? This is the example, and you should give them too. Okay, in a 12-round fight, okay, if a boxer wins every single round, he is awarded a 120. Okay, basically it's 12 rounds times 10. So when you win a round, you're awarded with a 10. Okay, while the loser gets a 108. Okay, that's 12 rounds times 9. That's the most basic breakdown I can give you. So when you have a 115, 113, or a 111, 117, let's say you have a 115, 113, that's basically 7 rounds to 5. Okay, a 111, 117 is 3 rounds to 9. Okay, that's what that means. So like I said, I know a lot of guys out there are kind of confused on how these guys, you actually score a fight. Now, of course, you can have a 10-8 round. In my mind, round 9 should have been a 10-8 round, but I mean, the only way judges are handing out 10-8 rounds is with a knockdown, or if the guy's just knocked down and severely injured, then they'll give him a 10-8 round. But that was, look, round 9 Pacquiao-Horn is a prime example of what a 10-8 round should be. Okay. So let's get into the actual scorecards real quick right here. Now it's going to get a little blurry, but bear with me because it's the best I can do. But like I said, we're going to go over everything, and I'll try to make it quick. Okay, now this is just atrocious right here. This scorecard here, 111, 117 for Jeff Horn. Now what does that mean? This particular judge. Now remember, this is the Argentina woman here. She gave Pacquiao round 3, round 8, and round 9. That's it. That's it. She gave Pacquiao 3 rounds, okay? She gave Horn rounds with the 9, okay? Where you see a 9, that's the round she gave Jeff Horn, okay? Round 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 and 11, 10, 11, 12, okay? Now, moving over to the next one. Now, basically, and these are identical scorecards, so we'll go over one of them. Just because, like I said, I don't want to leave any stone unturned, but I will make it quick. 113, 115, all right? So, basically, these judges had it 7 rounds for Horn, 5 rounds for Pacquiao. So, you see, you got rounds 2, 3, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 rounds Pac, 7 rounds Jeff Horn, and they're identical scorecards. Okay, so you basically had 2 judges, 113, 115, and another one, 111, 117. Now look, this is the worst scorecard. I've never seen such a. I mean, just a robbery. This is like in broad daylight, in your face. We're gonna rob this dude on live television in front of millions of people. And here's my scorecard. Thank you. Goodbye. I mean, Freddie Roach right now is calling for an investigation, and it's time. Look, it is time. Someone in the position to do something did something. Okay, I mean, reporters like myself, yeah, we can get on here and yell and bitch and scream, but I'm not Freddie Roach. Okay, I'm not Bob Arum. I can't, there's nothing I can do. Now, sure, I can complain, I can make viral videos like I do, and by the way, this channel right here is getting more views than most of the channels out there because you guys know you can come here for the truth, for the breakdown. And look, the video today is not even monetized, okay? I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this because I'm passionate about boxing. I love boxing, and, and this was just a huge injustice. I mean, what a shame. What a shame. Look at this side by side picture, okay? Look at this. This is Jeff Horn on the right. I mean, it looks like he just got in like a severe car wreck, okay? And here you have a a fresh Manny Pacquiao with his wife. What's her name? Jinka, I think. Jinky? I can't remember her name, but anyway, with his wife. And over here you have this dude. I mean, eyes swollen shut, face all bruised up. I mean, just looking awful, okay? I mean, that alone is a very telling picture right there. But, let me go back to the cards real quick. I mean, I really want this to be burned in your head. 111, 117. Look, you have media that are like totally anti Pacquiao that are actually doing the right thing. They're coming forward and they're saying, you know what, look, the dude got robbed. Okay, the only one out there I think that I saw that had it for Pacquiao was like a 78 Sports. And that truly shows his biased ignorance is what it shows. I mean, seriously, that to me that shows you're not about boxing, you're about money, because he wants to say something different than everybody else to draw attention to his video, right? He wants to create controversy and hate and turmoil, so people will come and click on his video because, he had it scored for Jeff Horn. It's kind of like that meme going around where, you got Pacquiao and Ricky Hatton, and Mayweather said, I had it a draw, so Mayweather had Ricky Hatton Pacquiao a draw, okay? It's kind of like that. He's trying to draw attention. And look, I'm not hating on the dude, but come on, man. It's like, look, for once, do what is right for boxing, and stop worrying about your own bank account, because that's all that shit is. That's all it is. And it's unfortunate. It's really, and to me, you're going to lose a lot of people over that because deep down, half the people that go to channels like that, they're boxing fans at heart, okay? I mean, so it's just a shame that you have people out there that are trying to capitalize on such a, just such an awful event, all right? So look, let me hang on now. Close your eyes. I don't want y'all to get dizzy here. I mean, I have so much to go over, but I'm gonna try to make it fast. And look, shout out to Stephen A. He is speaking out about this, as well as Teddy Atlas. But Teddy Atlas always does. Okay, Teddy Atlas always. Now look, here's how Teddy had it scored right here: 87-83 Pacquiao. Okay. So he pretty much had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, and then 1, 2. Oh, well, that was going into the ninth round. But sorry, I thought that was the full. But he had it for Pacquiao. I mean, look, everyone that I talked to today had it for Pacquiao. Okay, Skip Bayless. Funny and surprising, Horn was so confident he'd win that he was ready to immediately challenge Mayweather. Gloves or cane, old man. And then Manny sure doesn't seem too upset with the unanimous decision and seems content with the rematch. It has come to this for a great fighter. So, Skip Bayless is basically saying that Pacquiao and Manny, they've got it planned. Like they had it planned all along, and they're going for a rematch. Right now Pacquiao had a minimum $10 million, and Horn walked away with $500,000. So, Pacquiao had like 10 million plus TV rights, stuff like that. So, basically there's people out there, trying to say that, Pacquiao, he basically took a dive, or, well, not took a dive because he won, physically won. So you can't take a dive and win. But he's trying to say that the judges are in on it so they can have a rematch and, create all this money because Bob Arum has merged with Duco Promotions out of Australia. So, it's basically like this whole Australian government and everybody's in on it to, generate millions and millions and millions of dollars, and everybody gets their cut. And, Pacquiao will probably make double and triple in a rematch. It'll probably be on some kind of pay-per-view, I would imagine. So that's the theory going around. But by a few people, but most people think it's just a legit robbery, and there's not any kind of like conspiracy theories or nothing like that. So, uh, but yeah, Teddy Atlas. Let me play you a quick audio clip. And this is Teddy Atlas saying, "Look, I've been in boxing 45 years. You got Teddy Atlas. He goes back, back to Tyson, okay, back in the day. And he's saying, it is a corrupt sport. Now, remember, whenever the original Kovalev Andre Ward robbery, you had a lot of people out there saying, oh, there's no such thing as corruption in boxing, and oh, that's bullshit and conspiracy theories. Well, here you have Teddy Atlas, a man that has forgotten more about boxing than 90% of us will ever know, okay? I repeat, a man that has forgotten more about boxing than you will ever know, telling you the truth, and here it is.
It's a corrupt sport. I've been in sport 45 years. I'm sorry. I don't know how to talk in those twisted ways, to be cute and get your point around without telling the truth. I only know one way. Go through the front door, tell the truth. It's a little blunt, it's a little uncomfortable sometimes, but we have a corrupt sport. It's only one of two things. It's either incompetence or corruption. And when you see 117 to whatever it was, 110, 111, I don't think anyone could be that incompetent. I'm sorry. If you know the sport, you watch the sport, you can't be that incompetent. You see who's landing clean, who's just throwing, who's not landing clean, who almost got knocked out. You can't be that incompetent. So what else could it be? Corruption. Nothing else. So I'm sorry. I love this sport. It's the greatest sport in the world. It was a great day. It was a great night back in where you guys are. It was great for the fans out there to get it on free TV. And I'm not patting us on the back, but it was brought back to free TV where boxing belongs to everybody, where everyone can see it. And it was great. And it was great theater. And there's no theater like boxing. Nothing. But the decision stunk. Teddy Atlas, Stephen A.
Okay, I mean, there you have it from Teddy Atlas, And look, that was the point I was trying to make after I watched a video from another channel that, I at one time admired. I'm quickly losing respect for said channel. But basically this channel was going on to apologize for the judges and to say, well, Horn, he fought a good fight and he came back after 9, and there's no corruption going on here. It's just like, man, like, sometimes, look, sometimes you have to just get on here and tell the damn truth. Put your your own narrative, your own agenda aside. Put your personal biased way of thinking aside, and tell the truth, okay? And that's that's what I'm trying to do right now. Now, before I let you listen to Stephen A. Smith, okay, look, I had Pacquiao winning the first 7 rounds, okay? By the way, I had him winning pretty much the first 7 rounds. I gave Jeff Horn maybe 3 rounds, and I think it was 8, 10, and 11. Okay, now, after the ninth, or after, what was it, after the 9th round, you had all the headbutts going on, and he did come back, but I think Pacquiao was basically trying to take a couple of rounds off, maybe 1 round off, just to recover from the headbutts, okay? And we'll get into the dirty fighting in a minute, but let me see, I need to find, hang on, let me find Stephen A. Smith real quick. Hang on, that's not it, hang on. Maybe it's right here. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Work with me. Here we go.
He was landing more punches, as CompuBox showed and beyond. There is no excuse for a decision like this. As far as I'm concerned, what you wanted is, okay, I'll give you the rematch. And then after the rematch clause is honored, then Manny Pacquiao has a whole bunch of welterweights out there lining up because they see the vulnerability. They don't see the power that they once saw when he put guys like Ricky Hatton to sleep. They don't see that, or dropped Miguel Cotto. They don't see that Manny Pacquiao anymore. They see a Manny Pacquiao who's game, who's skilled, who has speed, who has some power, but not that knockout power that he once had. So if you're Terrence Crawford, if you're Keith Thurman, if you're Danny Garcia, if you're any of those guys, certainly you is you were supposed to see Pacquiao with him having won this decision unanimously. I had it 116, 112, Manny Pacquiao easily, or actually 117, 112, because I gave him a 2-point round in round 9. It's stuff like this that hurts the sport of boxing. You don't see this in the UFC. You don't see this with Dana White, but you see this kind of garbage that just took place. And clearly, because are those officials from Australia? Are they from Australia? I mean, what did we just see? It's a horrible decision. I don't have horrible home address. Yeah, so you're let's find their home address. Send them some mail. Something's wrong with this decision. It was bogus. Bogus. Jeff Horn just.
I mean, look, there you have it. Like I said, the boxing media is incredibly upset. Okay, and look, Stephen A. Smith, he's typically, kind of your anti-Pacquiao. Manny, are you okay? You remember after the Marquez knockout and going into the Mayweather fight, and he kept saying that was his like little catchphrase, after he got knocked out. Manny, are you okay? Kind of thing. And then look, another thing I did not like was you had Timothy Bradley. Timothy Bradley came on there and tried to make a case for Jeff Horn. Okay, and he was basically saying, well, he came back after the ninth round, and he fought hard, and he did this, but then he'd say, but I think Pacquiao won. I think Pacquiao won, but it's like, look, here's the thing, ESPN, this is their debut fight, okay, and now actually it kind of works in their favor because it brings them a ton of traffic and a ton of attention, and unfortunately it happened with the robbery, but I really think ESPN, they're on the up and up, and I really think that they wanted to I think they really wanted to put on a good show, and they wanted things to end the way they should have ended, with Pacquiao winning a decision. Now you had guys like Earl Spence. They asked him, what do you see, or what do you think about when you think about Jeff Horn? He said, food. Food. I mean, because look, think about this. What is Jeff Horn going to look like against a Thurman, an Earl Spence, even possibly a Brook? Even a Sean Porter, a Danny Garcia, he'd get annihilated. He would absolutely he'd get knocked the hell out, especially like by a Thurman or someone like that. So, but come on, man. We're talking. This is Manny Pacquiao. Look, went through 12 out of 17 divisions. Okay, holding or holding a belt in 8 different divisions. I mean, it's crazy. To rob this man like this. Like I said, I called it the robbery of the decade, but it might go further than that. It might go further than that. And again, nothing but respect for Teddy Atlas and Stephen A. Smith calling it a robbery. Okay, and look, here's the thing with Jeff Horn. You don't you don't get a win because you made it 12 rounds. There's no participation trophy. Okay, you don't get a victory because you did a little better than people expected you to do. Okay, and again, is it corruption or is it incompetence? Okay, it could be a little bit of incompetence, but even a lot of incompetence doesn't explain nor excuse 111 117. Okay, I mean, I think like an 8-year-old child could score a fight better than that. If you want to just let's just say it's incompetence. But look, first of all, they're not going to put 3 judges on the panel that are incredibly incompetent. And I'll make a video about all 3 damn judges, and just to prove that they know how to score a fight. I mean, come on, what do you think they did? Like, did like a random drawing at the office to pick 3 judges? No, I mean, these people know how to score a fight. This was corruption. Now, you might call it favoritism, you might call it giving it to the hometown fighter, but come on, all 3 judges had it for Jeff Horn? I mean, you had 2 judges that, basically gave Horn 7 rounds, and then another judge, giving him 9? Like, are you kidding me? I mean, that's where you cross the line from incompetence to corruption. Okay, that's where it goes from incompetence to corruption. There's a difference. So But look, I don't want to make it too long, man. I could just go on and on and on and on. But what I want to really get to here, hang on, just keep it on landscape mode if you're watching full screen. I got to find something real quick. I want to get to what what the boxing community is saying. Just real quick, real quick. Okay, and by the way, here, let me flip it back this way. BoxRec now has Jeff Horn at number 8 on their pound for pound list and Pacquiao number 10. What a fucking shame. Let's see. Okay. I mean, look. Here we go. Horn is your new WBO welterweight champion. Let's see. Manny Pacquiao robbed again. Good grief. Boxing. Uh, this is an atrocious decision. Just another black eye for boxing. I mean, this is what everybody's saying. Okay. Manny has been robbed twice, and Timothy Bradley was there for both. Okay. And look, Timothy Bradley didn't do himself any favors up there trying to defend Jeff Horn. Horn 0 to hero. Well, I say hero to 0 in my opinion. Okay, the winner is Jeff Horn. Look, here's the name of that judge by the way, Waleska Ralden or whatever, who had at 117, 111 Horn getting ready to score tonight's fight. Okay, let's see. Can't believe it. I mean, just everybody is shocked here. I mean, there's your final punch stats. Manny Pacquiao losing is why boxing is such a joke. Okay, how can people take this sport seriously anymore? Jeff Horn did not win that. Sorry. Aaron Rodgers, boxing is a joke, and it proves it again tonight. Are you kidding me with those scorecards? I mean, it goes on and on and on. Wow. Pacquiao-Horn is a solid welcome back for casual fans that may have known, okay, this is just, Mayweather debacle, whatever. I think Pac is winning the fight, but if I'm being honest, I have to say he looks like a shell of himself. Okay, now that's something I want to get into. Also, furious boxing fans slam judges after Pacquiao robbed by shock loss. I mean, it just Lennox Lewis. Okay, here you go. I mean, the great Lewis. Okay, wow, Pac loses by UD. One judge, 171-11 wasn't the fight that I saw. I mean, you know, this is what's wrong with boxing. Horn was very game, but I'm hard pressed to see how he could have won the fight by any stretch. I mean, it just goes on. And let's talk about the punch stats real quick. I mean, I know it's getting long here. Sorry, people texting me. Here we go right here. Pacquiao basically doubling everything. Okay, total punches 32%, 15% thrown. I mean, he landed 100. Pacquiao landed 182. Horn 92 jabs. Pacquiao landing 31. I mean, come on. How do you win a fight throwing 10%? I mean, come the fuck on. I'm sorry, landing 10% of your jabs. Okay, power punches. Pacquiao landing 32%. And Horn 17. So you see right here. I mean, here you go. 32 to 17. 31 to 10. 32 to 15. Every category, Pacquiao's dominating. Okay? Does this face look like I beat Manny Pacquiao? I mean, does it? Hell no. I mean, hell no. Shout out to Teddy Atlas telling the truth right to his face that he thought he lost. And he did. Teddy Atlas, when he interviewed Jeff Horn, he didn't hold back. He said, thought you lost. Okay? And to beat Manny Pacquiao, you have to beat him dirty. Mayweather did it. Horn did it. Manny Pacquiao losing is why boxing is such a joke. How can people take this sport seriously anymore? I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. So let me close it up, guys. Like I said, I could go on and on and on and on and on. But I mean, that's pretty much where I'm going to leave it because I don't want to make it too long. But in closing, I'm incredibly disappointed. And like I said in my other video, I hope this isn't a glimpse into the future when we have a Gennady Golovkin Canelo. Okay? I mean, wow. And ESPN, they got Loma coming up. Okay, you got Crawford, Julius Ndongo, which I'm really looking forward to that fight. I mean, what if they rob Crawford? Okay, what if Crawford goes 12 rounds with Julius, which it's a possibility, and then you have Julius Ndongo, becoming the undisputed light welter? I mean, this shit's getting scary. Really, these judges are out of control, out of line, and somebody needs to step in and do something. I mean, these judges. This is to me like police brutality type shit. This is judges abusing their power. Okay, and the trusted position that they're in. The boxing community, we trust these judges. Okay, we have faith in them. Okay, and it's just decades and decades of tradition that they are pissing on. Okay, and it's such a shame. What a shame. So I don't know, guys. I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to talk about this for the next week. I wanted to make one long video and get it all out. I'm sure there's going to be things that I left out, and I'll get into it later. But I'll close by telling you this. I hope, and I pray that there is some type of investigation. So look, subscribe to the channel, like, share. Most importantly, what I truly care about, leave a comment below, and I will be back with another one.